Am I audible?
Yes.
It's in the twinkle of the stars. It's in the waves of the ocean. It's in the dropping of a pen. It's even in the lightning of the bulb. In the buzz of your alarm clock, in the brakes of your bike, in the strings of your guitar, and even in the lenses of your spectacles. What is it that's present everywhere? What is it that governs everything around us? The answer is a collection of concepts and memories, a catalogue of laws and theorems enriched by years and years of research. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'm going to reintroduce you to your long lost friend, an omnipresent entity that goes by the name of physics. As I was growing up, I would love doing small physics experiments, like dipping chalk in water and seeing how the water level rises, or burning a hole through a paper with nothing but just a magnifying glass. But as years went by, my affection seemed to decline. The fun physics had now taken shape of complex equations and unintelligible graphs. I used to hate the monkey that climbed on the rope and asked me to calculate its weight. I despised the apple that fell on someone's head and came to ruin my life. It was getting increasingly difficult to cope up, and I started looking for ways to escape. So you can imagine my happiness when I finally graduated and moved into a different domain, determined never to look back. But the memories came flooding back last week when a power cut caused my spy card to stop working. A red light started blinking on it, indicating that the fuse had gone off. The fuse had gone off. The fuse had gone off. It was as if this phrase triggered a time travel, and I was immediately transported back to my high school days. And I could hear my then physics teacher, Sushmita ma'am, talking that a fuse is a safety device which comprises of a metal strip that melts and breaks the electrical circuit when the current surpasses a particular limit. And this is what she drew on the board. And what I had in my hand right now was a tiny, cute little cylinder, which apparently was also a fuse. Now, from intuition, I could surmise that if I replace this cylinder with a new one, my spy gun would be fixed. But what I could not digest was how this tiny cylinder was equivalent to this line. And that's when I realized the root cause of the problem. You see, in the race of finishing all the laws and theorems, the image of physics had become somewhat distorted. I started perceiving it as dull, boring, and something that only the bright minds could comprehend. Something that only people like Albert Einstein and Nikola Tesla could understand. It was becoming less and less approachable. And probably that's why most of us preferred to keep our distance, even though it was all around us. We forgot the simple things like kids playing on a seesaw, or a man slipping on a peel of banana, or the fizz that comes out from the bottle of your cold drink. Everything and everyone is governed by the laws of physics. Can you imagine a day without electricity? Can you imagine an hour without your favorite technical gadget? No mobile phones, no microwave, no television, nothing. Chaos, right? But thanks to physics and the inventions derived from it, our lives today are much simpler. We see them every day. We use them readily, but rarely do we associate them with physics. Well, because we have this boring image in our heads. So the question is, how do we get rid of this boring image and start looking at the world through the lens of physics? Well, I have a solution. By making it fun. How, you ask? Well, let's see. Here I have a balloon with me, and I have some bits of paper. Now what I'm going to do is rub this balloon on my clothes and hover it on the bits of paper. As you see, when I hover it on the paper, the bits of pieces, the paper bits move as if they are attracted to the balloon. That right there is static electricity. Now, I'm sure all of you must have done similar experiments back in your school days. So how about we go back to those good old days? If, like me, you are also bored of binge watching and are looking for a new hobby, DIY physics activities might be a good way to start. And what could be a better time than now, when you have all the time in the world and very few places to go? You could even go a step further and ask yourself, where can I see this in the real world? For example, this concept of static electricity is used in printers and photocopiers to attract ink on paper. In fact, it's the same phenomenon that causes lightning. You see, once you see the utility in the real world, the concept is a little hard to deregister from your brain. And it becomes very easy to digest as well. I know we cannot fully understand the concept, but we can surely appreciate the fact that it's there. So to sum it up, fun and curiosity can help us bridge the gap between the invisible physics and the very visible real world. So the next time when you're using a ballpoint pen, just wonder how gravity makes it possible for you to write. The next time when you're using your earphones, just marvel at how electromagnetic fields causes sound waves. And the next time when your fuse goes off, well, either fix it yourself or I'm just a call away. Thank you. Back to you.